UNC did everything we asked again. UNC beat Boston College. It's UNC, a wide gap, everyone else in the ACC right now. I did think it was
not even close.
I did think it was UNC and Duke kind of up there in a tier, although UNC was above Duke, and then a gap, and then everybody else. I think Duke. There's now a gap between UNC and Duke.
Mm-hmm. Everyone else in the ACC has at least 2 losses, other than Carolina, who's undefeated.
And I wouldn't even say like anyone has great losses, right? I sometimes that term frustrates me.
Unless you lost to Carolina.
Yeah, if you if you had lost to like Carolina and Duke when they were playing well,
yeah,
that would be one thing.
Sure,
but I mean, Duke lost to Georgia Tech and Pitt. That's not impressing anybody. I don't love the term good losses, but I know those aren't good losses. UNC is up to number 3 in the AP Top 25 poll. Duke, after the loss, dropped to number 12, which, from 7 to 12, I might have expected even a bigger jump there. And no one else in the ACC is ranked. That's the most recent AP poll that came out earlier today. Only NC State is even also receiving votes, but guess what? We can't even see also receiving votes because it's also receiving vote. They got 1. So right now, UNC is 3rd in the country. Duke is 12th. There's 1 AP Top 25 vote for the rest of the conference, let alone being ranked. There's 1 vote for the rest of the conference entirely. This is the biggest compliment I can give UNC based on their game over Boston College. They took care of business. They handle their business. That's what they've done the last month and change. They've just handled their business, which cannot be overstated this season. They beat Boston College and didn't do anything special. But beating Boston College shouldn't take anything special for UNC, and it didn't. If you just take care of business in the ACC this year, you'll be the 2nd seed. If you just win the games that you should win, you'll have a bye on Wednesday.
Yeah, you'll be playing Thursday.
That's all you have to do is just take care of business. And North Carolina's proven it. Right? Outside of the Syracuse game, which they did kind of mollywop them pretty good, they're not winning games by 30. They're winning games by like 10 to 15, right? Handling their business. It's not necessarily close at the end. They're getting solid play from their best players. It's not rocket science here. When another team challenges them, they bow their neck and fight back. Right? You saw it, I think it was against Louisville. They cut the lead to 5 in the second half, and then it took another 5 minutes for Louisville to score another bucket. The defense just fought back. That's all you're asking for. That's all you're asking for. And because this is the drive with Tim Donnelly, when we talk about UNC, it's almost we have Harrison Ingram, and there's Harrison Ingram.
Yep.
RJ Davis, Armando Bacot, we know what to expect from them. They're good. But Harrison Ingram, to me, is part of the secret sauce for this UNC team this year. He's actually, and again, this is a weird triangle comparison, and I'm not saying he's going to win national awards, but you'll understand what I get with this kind of analogy. He's entering the Peyton Wilson for the NC State football season portion of things, which is, I'm not saying by quality of play, but I'm saying by how we kind of discuss them, which is every time we talked about NC State football, we would have like a really intricate discussion about the offense, or we'd have a really intricate discussion about the secondary, and then at the end we'd go, oh, by the way, Peyton Wilson played awesome, right? He finished with another 12 tackles and an interception and a sack. And it was like, oh, pretty good.
Just another day.
And it wasn't, I wish we could have talked about him more, but just consistent, really good wasn't the most interesting thing to say about the team. The interesting was the quarterbacks. The interesting was Casey Concepcion. But then there was Peyton Wilson. Oh, he played great, right? Just a little footnote at the end, right? The best defensive player in the conference, played like the best defensive player in the conference. All right, let's go talk about the Panthers or whatever it was. When UNC plays, it's like, oh, by the way, Harrison Ingram did X, like whatever the other team did best. He had a good game in that respect. During bold predictions last week, I said Harrison Ingram's going to have, I think I said 15 or 16 rebounds.
It was 14 plus rebounds.
And what he ended with, 13, 14, something like that?
Yeah, you're just off.
You're just watching it going like, all right, yeah. And Harrison Ingram did something to help them win. What was it? Well, the other team had good bigs, so he went down low and he got 13 rebounds. Got a double-double. Cool. right? He was the amorphous blob. He was the shapeshifter. He was the fits into whatever they need him to do. Just a note at the end.
Put it on a T-shirt.
I don't know how else to. It's more interesting to talk about the rest of the team, but you can't go an entire part of the conversation without saying how good he was. I really enjoy watching him play.